I never thought I would wake up genuinely wanting to play Destiny with an eagerness, but here we go, here I am, back in the Taken King, and raring to go. We're going to play Mission 4 of the main story, I guess, picking up where we left off, obviously. Last time we landed on the Dreadnaught and established a transmat zone, allowing us to jump in at will after destroying Erismorn's ship. And now we're picking up the next mission.
It's time we bleed him in return. We need real intelligence to get to the Taken King.
Alrighty.
Remember your training.
Oh, you want to run with the hunters?
I still don't understand exactly why the tracked quests only show one, and then this always seems to be the case, the second one just says incomplete, which is, presumably you can cycle through them. I'll have a look in a bit, but it just seems kind of useless. Untrack that and just, yep, enemy of my enemy. So between videos, I did spend a couple of hours in the Crucible trying to recruit more, see more maps and get more videos of that. But also I was just leveling up my guy and getting a bit more armor. I'm now level 40, which I believe is the max rank.
Anywhere on the Dreadnaught. With time,
With some not terrible armor.
But we don't have time. The Cabal have been there long enough to have real field intelligence. The path to Oryx lies on their ship.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to board that big Cabal ship that was rammed into the side of the Dreadnaught.
Cabal are still holding out. Multiple survivors.
Survival is a temporary condition. Cut through them and get inside their ship.
So this is a
Who fights this hard to
this is
protect
just
the
a
crashed
random,
ship?
I think it's a blue weapon here.
That's not a crash site, it's a
Some sort of
beachhead.
Cirrus, which is just the most
Only
powerful
level
thing I
2
have at
for
the
moment
minute.
is to send reinforcements.
But I have got level
Draw
40
them out.
legs and head and stuff. And this 6 sidearm, which is really cool to see. Doesn't do much against a ogre's back, as you can tell, but pretty good at the old headshots. I'm just going to move around the perimeter here and clear out some of these fallen. By fallen, I totally mean hive. What an amateur mistake. Just because I find them a bit more fun to fight than the Cabal. I wonder if they just keep respawning, because I'm pretty sure I cleared that area out. Who? Oh, you. Yeah, that gun's got a really nice crack to it. Almost like I'm firing high-powered staples into my enemies. It's a nice weapon. I am using the Sunbreaker class that we picked up.
I think you got their attention.
I've had a lot of fun with that in multiplayer,
With those doors open,
throwing hammers. I'm not really feeling this scout rifle, it seems a bit like a pea shooter. Then again, most things are compared to the special weapons. And that pistol sort of fills that single shot medium range need that I have. Oh god, that went poorly. Well, I think it's time to pop the hammers. There we go. Probably didn't need to do that, but felt good. Felt great.
Zavala, we're in. What's next?
Cabal protocol is to detonate any ship that crashes. If they haven't after all this time, it must be a base of operations. They're looking for something on the Dreadnaught. See what they know about Oryx.
So this is interesting to see the Cabal have such a big part, you know, with the Phobos mission. And, with this, because I was assuming, I don't think they've announced this yet, but that this year was going to have 2 more smaller expansions. One about the Vex, one about the Cabal. You know, because that would make sense with the Fallen and the Hive expansions over the previous year. But, I don't know, this seems way better than any of the smaller expansions, but... As much as I talk mad whack about Destiny, it is nice to have a few hours of, you know... Destiny could be such a great game. Really could. And I hope The Taken King is exactly that. I'm certainly impressed with what I've been seeing. I'm awaiting like a huge ambush or something, because there doesn't seem to be a ton of enemies.
Terminal nearby. It should have the info we're looking for.
And the way the music's sort of like growing. At some point it's just going to explode into enemies. Has to. I've played enough video games to know that. This pistol is just the best. Spend some time messing with the second type of grenade, which is like a... sort of like leaves fire on the ground. It's not really an explosion so much as an area of denial. I could switch back to that in a bit, but I never really... wasn't quite what I wanted from a grenade. Just take a quick look at the... at that grenade type. Yeah, thermite grenade. And we'll play with that for a little bit.
The Cabal have located Oryx. He's protected in the center of the Dreadnaught, reachable only through something they call a rupture.
Must be some kind of portal. Have the Cabal found one?
They've got a team heading for it right now.
Then I suggest you get there first.
Well, I guess we know where we're going. It always bothered me that the ghost never came back to your hand. I wanna... yeah, I'm gonna go check out this room first. Probably nothing here, but... yep. Well, that's cool. Cool, glowy engine thing. I can scan it. I really need to check these environments better.
There's still enough power moving through this ship for it to take off.
They won't leave until they get what they came for. A lesson I learned the hard way from Ballastar.
See if we can get into these rooms. By the looks of it, there's no doors on the side.
Until he saw his last. These will too.
Maybe that's another story mission or something. Where are we going? Looking for a rupture? Looking for the Cabal. I'd love to know why it's like perpetually raining inside this ship, inside another ship. Neither of which seem particularly wet. Oh, that's a cool light. That's a very alien light. Oh, I'm guessing Prometheus. I think was the film with those tubes with the lights moving up and down them. Anything in here? Nope. Oh, I couldn't work out whether that was a wall that had, like, you know, specked paint, or whether it was one of those cosmic goo things.
We found the Cabal team headed for the rupture. They're outnumbered by Taken.
Forget what they say about the enemy of my enemy. Something stands between you and the rupture. Put it down.
That was the intention. We've only seen like 2 enemies that can speak in the entire game, so I wasn't holding out hope for diplomacy. I guess some of the Fallen spoke, but not the enemy ones. It's really just Varrics. You know, the Taken are really interesting, but they're not, I haven't encountered a really hard Taken enemy. You know, not one that, I guess it was that huge dude in the last mission, but I don't think I was meant to be able to kill him. But they do have those shield abilities, so I wonder if there's more different, like, kind of player abilities in the Taken arsenal. So that could be interesting. I love the idea of enemies with supers. And that shield thing was pretty cool, I admit.
That must be the rupture.
Eris, what's their next move?
Toland spoke of statues the Hive used to navigate ruptures.
We'll look for them.
Statues. I assume they meant that's the rupture, but it just looks like a light source. I don't know. Right, where am I going? Statues. There we go.
I'll see if it's still active. It's linked to
Keep
the
pressing
rupture, but I
R1
can't
thinking it's the
understand how
zoom from Metal Gear. It's totally not.
Let's try another statue.
Statues? Anyone? Is that one down there? Yeah.
Yes, the statues control where the rupture leads. They could deliver us to Oryx.
Okay, what do you want me to... Am I gonna stay... Did I just, like, fuck up the scanning, or... No? I guess I need to find another one. Haven't missed. Sure, it's really obvious to anyone watching, but not seeing one over this side. That's the one I scanned before. There we go.
It's dead. But something's happening at the rupture.
Ah, this is the rupture then.
The rupture's opening.
Makes way more sense. Oh, not going through.
All will smother your light. Do not underestimate them as
She's such a
powerful.
cheery woman, this Eris Morn. She's probably still salty I rammed her ship into the side of the Dreadnaught. Oh. Dumb. There's at least one behind me, which is never good.
Forget about the thrall. Get through that rupture.
Oh, I'm having way more fun throwing hammers at them, dude. I'm sure there's like some challenges or grimoire cards I can earn by standing here and slaughtering thrall one at a time.
I don't think we're going that way.
Then it's true. Only the Ascendant can will a rupture to open.
What?
There's something
What magic are you chatting, woman?
right now.
They're not thralls. Seem to be on fire, I don't know why. Ah. It all becomes clear. Probably clear out these little dudes first. The MMOs have taught me anything. Unless they just keep respawning. I don't think that rocket launcher locks on at all. We're just dumb. Yeah, maybe I should have saved the hammers a little bit. Not that this guy's a super challenge, but I bet he'd be going down a bit quicker. Drains my light. What a dick. Alright, you're teleported out.
It will only open for Ascendant Hive.
Then how do we reach Oryx?
Become your enemy. Become Ascendant.
We'll sort this out, Guardian. Head back to the tower when you can.
I would totally give up all my light and join the cool people with glowy eyes. It is... It's interesting. I mean, all those rumors were circulating. Rumors, leaks, people leaving Bungie, you know, like around the time. And just before they launched the original game. I remember hearing about, like, there's going to be two sides. You could either be on the darkness side or the light side. Either collecting the light or not. There's going to be all those different factions in the tower. Like, it would be interesting to see if they brought some of those systems in to the base game through these expansions. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting some huge revelation after the next mission. But, I mean, it's cool to see from, like, a story perspective. If nothing else. Let's get back to the tower and see if we get another pretty cutscene. I try to not read or watch anyone else's content on games I'm covering or reviewing and stuff. I probably won't write anything about the Taken King, but it's the same principle. So I don't know how long this is. I don't know how many missions there are, or yeah, if there is any substantial changes. I'm assuming it's just a pretty linear path. More missions than what we've had from the previous ones, which has only been about 3 hours of content. I mean, there is 8 multiplayer maps. Maybe 9. I know there's a PlayStation exclusive. I don't know where that one factors in. And I think there's 4 strikes, so it's certainly a lot bigger. I'm hoping that reflects in the length of its story as well. Like, you could probably... I think it's probably safe to assume a lot of the groundwork, at least, had been done on the first 2 expansions by the time the game launched, because that's just how DLC works in the industry. I mean, they were bigger than a lot of DLC packs, but I'm betting they were there because they were pretty by the numbers. So I wonder if we'll see in the future expansions more of this kind of stuff, because I can't see how anyone would not value what we've seen in the Taken King above, say, you know, the base game. And these sort of leveling changes, they just seem healthy. Eris, my darling.
We must make you an ascendant hive. Find the crystal that held Crota's soul.
Pretty sure destroyed that crystal.
Toland the shadow
On the moon.
led us into Crota's
Which is now where I'm going.
We failed, but these pieces of his journal kept me alive.
Do I have anything else I can turn in? Quest-ish. I started doing that, never got it finished. No, no cutscene, but I guess we're going back to the moon. I think that's going to be another mission, though. Yeah, we'll call that another mission. So that'll do us today. That was the 4th mission of the Taken King, and we'll be back with the 5th and far more in the coming days on GameDropZone.com. Have fun.